Hello, America. Welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show. Somebody told me that Elon Musk is calling it quits. Said he is not going to be spending any more money unless it is needed. Somebody said that he spent all that money to keep from going to jail and to keep from being under criminal investigation. You understand? And he said that none of this stuff, I understand, would have happened if he was a black man. America, this is some funny stuff, America. We have a criminal president, a convict, backed up by a criminal Republican Party, a bunch of cowards who hide from their voters, who do not know, in the opinion of Heavy Monte, what the hell they are doing. Not only, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, not only is the Republican Party led by a criminal and a convict, they are led by somebody who don't even know where the hell he's at. Yesterday, he went up on Capitol Hill and scared the crap out of all of those maggot coward Republicans, in the House. Told them they had to pass that big, beautiful bill, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, after he got through with the talking, he almost ran into a brick wall. He was talking. If MAGA Mike had not stopped him, he would have bust his head. He would have bust his head, on that wall. And Fox News would not have been able to cover up that because he would have had bruises. You understand? If it hit that damn wall, MAGA Mike saved his ass. And as soon as MAGA Mike touched him, he stopped. That tells me that he's used to being handled. Vladimir Putin might have had it right when he put that dog collar on his ass. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're up against. We're up against the Republican Party. So now I'm going to talk a little bit, about that Republican budget. Now, the Republican Party, I say this on every podcast because this is very important. Somebody repeats something, people understand it. The Republican Party is telling us that they are trying to save us money. At the same time, borrowing more money, and giving that money that they borrow to the billionaires. I don't think you have to be a financial genius to figure out what they're doing. That means that we're in more debt, America. They're also telling us that we should do what Donald Trump tells us to do. They're telling us that Donald Trump is a financial genius and he can handle all of our problems and our financial difficulties. But America, I am here to tell you right now, we need to rethink this thing. Donald Trump is not the right person, and I'm going to tell you why. He has bankrupted 3 casinos. He had to pay almost $1 billion, a $500 million judgment, a fraud judgment to the state of New York. And you heard about that Trump, university scam. And if you go on the web, you can find a long list of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Just Google it, But anyway, America, we can't have the Republican Party messing with our money like that. Because the money is all going in their pockets. Our money. We're sick of this stuff, playing us for fools, especially the red states. You understand? The red states, man, they play the red states for fools. And tell the red states the Democratic Party is doing it to you. You see what I'm saying? Because the Democratic Party is made up of all these bad people. And that's a lie. I'm a Democrat. All the people that are Democrat are good people. So we don't play that stuff. You go ahead and let somebody just accuse you of raping somebody. Yeah, we'll kick you out. We can't have that. You know what I'm trying to say? You better be able to prove you didn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? But there's credible information out there that you did the things that Donald Trump did. You can't be president of the Democratic Party. You see what I'm saying? If you're getting old, you see what I'm saying? And everybody see you're getting old. Like Joe Biden. I love Joe Biden, but Joe Biden will get old. You see what I'm trying to say? And the Democratic Party came out and said, this is a hell of a chance. And everybody was saying if you change, candidates, you're probably gonna lose. You see what I'm saying? You know. But the Democratic Party did it anyway. Now Joe Biden can rest in peace and have some fun. You know what I'm saying? With his family. Because he deserved it. You see what I'm saying? No matter what the maggots say about Joe Biden's a great man. So we don't give a damn about that. But anyway, let's go back to these maggots. Because they always try to talk about us. You see what I'm saying? They got me doing it. The Republican Party do not have any idea how to lead. Their number one job is bashing liberals. They have put together something amazing. So first of all, I'm gonna break it down to you with a funky sound. The first thing they did was they took the white women, 52% of them, and magnetized them. You know what I'm saying? Tell them they gonna put them in the kitchen, pregnant, and they fell for it. The Bible says you gotta do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta obey. So you're 52% white women, knock that crap off. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to somebody. See if you can get that explained differently. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Because, you keep messing with them people. They already told you. Your body, their choice. Then we had the black male. He was down in South Carolina with Brian Donald, his Uncle Tom ass. And his cigar bar, smoking cigarettes, as much crap that black people have been through. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna say something to you now. In the old days, people don't know this. A lot of black people were Republicans. So Republicans weren't always bad. Democrats used to be bad. George Wallace. When I was in high school, a bunch of my white friends, they played nasty jokes on me. They said, "Yeah, George Wallace gonna round all you black people up and send your ass back to Africa." I was scared. I was afraid. That's why I got into politics. I started watching the news every damn day. And when he lost that primary, I was happy. But shit, don't want to go back to Africa. I don't know nothing about no damn Africa. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. So, excuse me. So anyway, so now they voted, these people, some of them, for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump further. And the Republican Party is the government. Look at it like this right here. Somebody, maybe your wife, she promised you know, a Stetson hat, heavy Monte. I love hats. I got all kinds of cowboy hats. I got all kinds of hats. And she promised you a hat, and Christmas morning you opened the box and instead of a hat, she had a Trump baseball cap. You know what I'm saying? You were a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Republican Party is today. The Republican Party is a damn joke, America. And the party should never exist again. I keep telling you that. Now, how the hell you could do the things that the Republican Party has done to America falsely? They lied too. It's a bunch of freaking no good lying dogs. That's what I call them. See, the Republican Party, they hide behind Christianity. They hide behind we're good people, we're law enforcement, we're all these people, and they're the crookedest son of a gun to the world. Crooks. You see what I'm saying? Excuse me. Do nothing to protect our children from guns. Nothing. Do nothing to protect our children from being abused in the churches around the world. You know what I'm saying? And in America too. Do nothing. Turn their head. Oh, we ain't people. We can't look. You see what I'm saying? And so you're gonna go vote if the Republican Party, don't show no regard for any American citizen. And now they're telling you now, they're doing shit. Man, get out of here. We are king. You see what I'm saying? We are the kings and queens, and you're nothing to the poor. You see what I'm saying? You're nothing. You're nothing to women. Thank you for your vote. You know, what you did. You helped everybody know that you're with us, women. You're with us, the blacks. So they were going to tell everybody, we got the blacks, we got these people, we had those people, and we had these people. But Maxine Water told me now. Maxine Waters knows what she's talking about. Maxine Waters is saying that maybe Elon Musk purchased that election somehow, rigged it. And even if he didn't rig it, I think he's responsible for this shit because he put out a lot of money in those 3 purple states to turn them red. And now those purple states are like, wow. But you know what? After turning these purple states red, and now the purple states really, really, really see what the Republican Party is. The Republican Party is not going to win these states anymore in the future. And there are going to be a lot of those red states turn blue. There are going to be a lot of Republicans losing because when people are afraid, and the American people are afraid, even my maggot friends are afraid, I'm serious. They're afraid. They'll tell you too. Oh, Lord. My daughter lost a job. You know what I'm saying? My wife is mad at me. She put me out both times. And this is serious stuff. Your wife tell you went out and voted for Donald Trump. Get out. You see what I'm saying? That's something else too. You got to carry it around with you too, because all the women are going to ask you that in the future. If I was a woman, I'll ask you, hey, you're a Republican? Yeah, see ya. You see what I'm saying? Republicans, minorities. Republicans hate every damn body. Now you have control of the country, and you're kidnapping people off of the damn street, and no Hispanic. I don't care if you are a Trump maggot Hispanic. You better not vote for another damn Republican. If you do, the curse of the maggot will be upon you. You see what I'm saying? The curse of the maggot. You know what I'm saying? You don't walk with Christ. You don't walk with good people. You walk with evil. You see what I'm saying, America? Because they are evil. You know, anybody that want to do the things, just fire a bunch of people and talking about, the dark people are taking the white people's place. And they sell that shit on TV too. Set free all of the people who defecated on the floor of the Capitol. What in the hell did that tell a minority in this country, or the world? The United States of America tells us that they're the greatest country in the world, and they take freedom away from their people and give it to one man to keep his sorry ass out of jail. Huh? The crime that they said that Donald Trump did is horrific. 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 Huh? Seems like a long lifetime of crimes. They say that he's best friends with Jeffrey Epstein for 15 damn years. You understand? They say that he took secrets and put them in his bathrooms. They say that he raped women. Women say that he raped women. Huh? And the maggot church holds him up as a god. Huh? What do you think that do for future generations, maggot church? That is a sin against America and a sin against God for the maggot church to endorse a man like Donald Trump. For anyone to go into their brains and look at Donald Trump and say, this is the person that I want to be president of the United States, something is wrong with you. Well, if you didn't know it, then before you voted for him, because there's no excuse in America with this. They always give people excuses. Fox News. Fox News do good now. They do a good job brainwashing maggots, right? And these country and western singers, some of them, they do a good job, brainwashing maggots, So if somebody comes to me and tell me, Heavy Montier, you're a black man, you're better than all these people, I'll say, get out of here, man. I'm not better than nobody. what I'm saying? I love all of my people, especially immigrants, especially the Hispanics. Huh? You know, the Hispanics, those are some damn good people. You can't be going around messing with America and taking away our people that we need. You see what I'm saying? It's like food. You know, I like to eat. I lost 135 pounds in 3 years working out and running after retirement. Stopped drinking alcohol. But what I want to say to America, America is like food. You know, you start taking away the Asian food. Oh shit, I got upset. I like Asian food, especially Vietnamese food. I love it. If you start taking away, some of my good Irish stews, I get mad. You see what I'm saying? I like everything about England. I was over there in Europe. You start taking away my freedom to go around the world, hang out with my friends in London, my friends in Italy. I get a little upset. You see, so I use food for example. Because food is culture. That's the culture we should have. Excuse me, embracing the culture of everybody, not going around telling people say, look, we got a problem over there, with blacks, we keeping the percentages, they're having a high cancer rate. We're gonna get rid of that shit. We don't give a damn what we're gonna do. We get rid of that. You know, you see what I'm saying? Because they look at the cancer rate as an American. We want the American cancer rate to be zero. You see, you see, we don't want to be breaking this shit down by race. The race only going to be, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But you can use the race, but you want to take and help every damn body. You see, you know, and we need a president like that. We need a president like that. You ain't gonna never. I don't think make the Republican Party happy, and the people who voted for the Republican Party. We have the numbers. They're gonna. They just want us to be them, and it's so sad to be fighting somebody that you don't even know why they're bothering you. It's like a Leo wife said, they get people to have a flag, so let's fly our flag. Yeah, so seemingly that's jealousy. Really, I think it's jealousy. I think they're just really jealous of liberals. Kid Rock comes out and says something crazy about liberal women. You see what I'm saying? Women are women. You see what I'm saying? Some will be handmaiden, some don't. You see what I'm saying? But personally, I have never met an ugly woman. They're all beautiful. You know, there's somebody out there love them. You see what I'm saying? And men, you can't be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Kid Rock is not a very good looking man, and in my opinion. But America, that's the kind of stuff that the Republicans do. But this is Heavy Monte with the Heavy Monte podcast and comedy show, a little long podcast. Have a great day, America. Never vote for a Republican again. And Donald Trump, he almost walked into a wall. He almost busted his head.